Hello everybody, welcome back to another video and Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. It's Christmas time and once again we are here to give some Lucky Cars characters their gifts. Now today we have 18 and we're going to go through them one by one and they're going to get what they deserve for this holiday season. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Let's give our first gift. Now our first gift this time around is going to go to Brick Yardley. Of course, Brick Yardley actually retired from racing. Well, let's not say retired. He was kind of forced out. We all saw that movie. Well, he's still racing. He's not racing the Piston Cup, but he still races occasionally in, some beer leagues. So he's kind of tired of his old paint job, He's been racing with this one since 2009 without any changes. I mean, it's actually pretty nice, but you can only do it for so long. So for this holiday season, we got Brick Yardley a new paint job free of charge. Thanks, Ramon. You can check it out here. He's all darkened. I think it looks really good on him. You can see he used to have a very light green going all around the body. But now you have the hood is dark green, his roof is dark green, which fades into a gray. His sides, dark green. He still has some of that light green left over. But he's still new, revitalized, and I hope he's grateful for his gift this time. Next up, we have Grem. I'll admit, he's been a little bit of a bad boy this year, but he did just enough to squeak onto the nice list. And I know that he has a newfound love for photography. So this year, we got Grem a camera. That's right. I mean, he's been asking for one for a while. He's done a really good job. I've seen some of his photos in his portfolio, and they look really good. So hopefully he doesn't do anything bad with this camera, because he's never done anything bad with the camera before. I can't imagine he would. Look at this thing. It's a big old video camera, so we can't just take photos, you can also take videos. Hope he enjoys it, hopes to make the most of it. Third in line, we've got Noah Gocek, the GOAT Piston Cup racer, the best to ever do it, Hall of Fame paint scheme, Hall of Fame name, Hall of Fame racer. Overall, just a very deserving driver of some kind of accolade. He hasn't actually won one for real. He's never won in any of his divisions. He did just enough to squeak his way into the Piston Cup, but it's time that he finally gets rewarded. So I pulled a couple strings and I got him a Piston Cup championship. You can see it right here. He has his own Piston Cup. It says Piston Cup champion on it. That's undeniable proof. Congratulations, Noah Gocek. Muggsy Lifsum, the big boy himself, the strongest pity, I'd say, strongest pity I've ever known. He's got his big, bright yellow. He's got his ginormous forklifts. I don't know what those are exactly called. His forks, whatever they're called. I mean, just look at this guy. Look at those warning signs at the back. Caution. Stay clear of tailgate at all times. I want to say that's what it says. A couple of other details. Also got like some other signs, some dirt. This guy's been getting his hands dirty. He's been working hard all year. So I think I got him a pretty deserving gift. And that gift is Prison Time. Muggsy, you help with like a lot of stuff. Murder, torture. I'm assuming you did all those things because, I mean, like Professor Z and Miles Extra, they just have wheels. You have the forks. You were the one doing all the work. That was the chair, not me, by the way. He definitely deserves this. I'm sure he was going away for life, so bye-bye. Next up, we've got Jack D. Post, a lonely guy in the garage. He's a pretty decent racer when it comes to Piston Cup, but he doesn't have that many friends. According to some such as Dino Dravsky and Rev Rodages, he's, well, let's put this nicely, weird. The smell was the #1 complaint, by the way. So I figured we'd get him some kind of friend. And by friend, I mean a child. Yes, Jack D. Post is now a proud father. This is also Jack DePost. So Jack DePost, this is Jack DePost. Jack DePost, this is Jack DePost. Hopefully you guys have a good life together. Hopefully he's not a deadbeat. I'm sure he's not. Jack DePost, pretty wonderful guy. But, I mean, I hope those Piston Cup racers were not telling the truth. All the way from the Salt Flats comes Revo Kos. He has been a very good guy this year. Been very excellent. This dude has done nothing wrong. He's done all his chores. He came down when his mom called him for dinner. And so for that, we are going to give him a paint pen, specifically in the color purple. He doesn't actually have purple on him. I mean, he has like a dark blue, you can see. But, I mean, he's pretty good at art. He's very artistically creative. He's worked with green, blue, yellow, red, purple, as you can see right here. Black, white, gray, brown. All the colors of the rainbow. Pink, even though it's on the rainbow. He's worked with it. So, I think he's going to make the most of this gigantic pen, which is almost 2 times the length of him. Looks like Revo actually already used his paint pen on himself. Huh. Well, I mean, this time around, we've got Nigel Gearsley. He is not a Piston Cup racer, what am I saying? He is a World Grand Prix racer. That one time, actually. And then he went back to his normal GT something racing. I'm not sure exactly. I don't pay attention to that stuff that much. He's British, so of course. Engine failure. As a United States resident, I do not care for the British. It's called soccer. Next up, a guy that I'm assuming that most of you do not know about. This is Zippy Lockup. In the first Cars movie, he is the car next to Albert Hinkey, kind of getting squished. He only had one request this year, so I decided to give it to him. And that request was space. I mean, you can see him in the movie. He's getting squished by Albert Hinkey, getting all run over. So I'm gonna have to zoom way in. You can see there's Zippy. He's got plenty of space now. This time around, we've got Keith Cone. You saw him in the first movie, and you only saw him for about 2 seconds. And in those 2 seconds, he wanted attention. He was trying to hog the camera so much that his code name for his diecast was literally Camera Hog Fan. So I'm gonna assume that he's gonna get attention this Christmas. And boy, does he get it. He's got a whole crowd now. He's got a whole entourage. Congrats, Keith. You're the star of the show. Now it's time for M. Fendrickson to get his gift. Thank you for coming all the way from the United Kingdom, Mr. Fendrickson. Even though I previously said I don't like British people, your presence is greatly appreciated. We saw that in Cars 2, your pint was ruined by Acer and Graham crashing into the Ye left turn in. And I'm very sorry about that. So to make up for it, have not just an entire pint, take the whole damn thing. This isn't just gasoline, this is special alcohol gasoline. You can get as much as you want, and of course until it runs out. So enjoy the time, just don't maybe drive afterwards. Grandpa Slim Hood is in the house now. He's not caught up with technology at all. He used to be very good with it, as all generations are. They'll be good at things their generation does when they're young, and then they just won't keep up. This guy probably doesn't even know how to enter his passcode on his phone, if he even has a phone. Do race cars need phones? I completely butchered that sentence. I'm not going to redo it. You know what I meant. So, I think it's time to get Slim Hood caught up. The controller is a bit big, but it will do. We are getting Slim Hood an Xbox for Christmas. Congratulations. How about some planes action up in here? I know there's some people that love planes, so here's our first and probably only plane of the day. Sorry. Little K. Slim Hood. Pay attention. Hey, Slim. Hey, Slim. Pay attention, bro. Kids and their electronics nowadays. Anyways, Little King actually used to be a mail carrier, And he's a very nostalgic guy. I mean, he remembers the silly bands. He remembers Beyblade. So we're going to send him on a little bit of a nostalgia trip with some mail. This needs to go up to Massachusetts. So refuel, get ready for the flight. Take my mail. Another Piston Cup racer needing a gift. I guess these guys don't get paid enough, huh? Reb Meeker, he's a very pretty chill guy. He's got some dark secrets though. I'm not gonna say what they are because I don't know. I've heard it around the garage. He's a little too colorful to be kind of a good, happy, chill little guy. We know that he's hiding something. So let's give him an emo phase or whatever it's called. Black wheels, fit with the aesthetic. He looks real nice now, real slick. Ready to do a burnout. Love the wheel. I actually really like the look of the wheels on this guy. Maybe Todd Marcus should get some too. Merry Christmas, Reb. We've seen stock cars. We've seen next gens. Heck, we've even seen some cars from the 1940s. Time for Thunder Hollow to get some recognition. This is Superfly. We all saw him go flying into almost the crowd in the Thunder Hollow scene in Cars 3. Hit the fence. Nearly killed a couple dozen people, but luckily he didn't. This guy loves to fly. This guy loves to destroy. This guy loves to get his wheels dirty. So we got him some crates that he can run through. Here's a demonstration. Just get it up like that. Perfect. Bob Pulley steps up to the plate. Personally, one of my favorite die casts ever. Absolutely love his light blue. His entire design. Highly underrated release. Not sure why I had trouble doing that. But he himself isn't exactly an enjoyer of life. He's stuck on the streets of Tokyo, leading people around. Of course, you can't actually hop on a taxi cab. A taxi cab's job is to lead cars around to their destination. So I think it's time that he takes a break. Let's send him on a trip to America to experience America's greatest pastime. That's right. Bob Pulley is going to experience a baseball game at Wrigley Field. He's going to watch the Chicago Cubs. And he's off. Millie is another car that works for long and hard days, specifically at the Rusty's Racing Center. Not the first place she's become a janitor, but she got so good at being a janitor at her other jobs, she got promoted to the Rusty's Racing Center, where she kind of goes around, she's cleaning the floor. But like Bob Pulley, she doesn't work nearly enough, so let's get rid of this little mop and give Millie a new toy to play with. Traffic cones. We've got plenty of traffic cones, too many to fit on the screen, so we're only going to put about 6 here. Millie loves traffic cones, specifically this one. It's kind of round, it's different shape than the others. We got cones of all shapes and sizes. We got a rounder cone, we've got a green cone, a red cone, a light orange cone, a dark orange cone, cone with stripes. We've got blue cones, we've got purple cones. We've even got like rusty cones. Millie loves cones. Not last, and not least either, we've got Lizzie. Lizzie doesn't want much. She wants Stanley back, but she knows that's not going to happen unless she goes to visit the Haunted Mansion you see in the Lights episode of Cars on the Road. Stanley might not even be there. So, she doesn't want much. She's slowing down. She's older. Her Model T can only go like 30 miles an hour at most. But what Lizzie does want is some fashion. That means we got Lizzie a hat, a very, very stylish hat, it's like a 20s styled hat. This is what she grew up wearing and watching other cars around her wear. See, it's a nice brown hat. It's got almost like a flower up here. Got some more flowers in the back, some blue flowers. Got a Lightning McQueen as well as a Dynaco patch to support both Cruz Ramirez and Lightning McQueen. Got a red feather in there. I don't think those are flowers, actually. I'm not sure what they are. But Lizzie is looking really, really stylish right now. She even got a racing number painted on her side. The final car to be receiving a gift today is Mark 3 Point. And he's a rusty car, so he's kind of shunned into society, not as much as like a Lemon, a Trunkov, a Hugo, an Acer, not an Acer, a Pacer, a Kremlin. But rusty cars don't get treated as well because they're all rusty. No one wants to be dealing with the rust. So Mark hasn't had many friends, and especially the dating scene for him is not good at all. So we figured we'd bring someone in and to make Mark's Christmas wish come true, because all he wants for Christmas is Donna Pitts. Donna Pitts, it was love at first sight. I mean, Mark and Donna saw each other in the Rusty's tent, and it was instant love, true love. They knew that they loved each other very much. So they're going to settle down, they're going to get married, have a child or two. They may be rusty, but that does not matter. They don't care what anyone thinks of them. Lovely couple. And that is it for this year's Christmas video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'm sure these guys enjoyed their gifts. Here's an overview of everything that each car got. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. Merry Christmas or whatever you celebrate. Happy holidays. And I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.